prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it. No kidding. Breaking down a switch in front of your building. Sitting on the steps, feeling no feelings. Last night it was a cold killing. You gotta keep the devil in his hole, nigga. But you know how it go, nigga. I'm front line every time it's on, nigga. 100 pro flow, running shoot pro. 458 drop, playing bulletproof soul. Every few shows I just buy some new gold. Circle got smaller, everybody can't go. Downtown Diamond District, jewelers like yo. Hustle, holla at me, I got Cubans on the low. Flew to Cancun, smoking Cubans on the boat. Then dock that Tulum just to smoke. Listening to music at the Mayan ruins. True devotion on the bluest ocean. Cruising. My cultural influence, even revolution. I'm integrated vertically, y'all niggas blew it. They tell me hustle, dumb it down, you might confuse them. This ain't that weirdo rap you motherfuckers used to. I'm a urban legend, South Central in a certain section. Can't express how I curb detectives. Guesses, evidence of a divine presence. Blessings, held me down at times I seem reckless. Effort, got an L but got an E for effort. Stressed me, dropped him off in the Mojave Desert. Then left me, ain't no answer to these trick questions. Money making nip, straighten out my jewelry on my bitch dresser. Well known, pick up in jail balls. Snatch a champagne bottle from Rico's till T-show. Yeah, whatever nigga, playing chess, not checkers, nigga. 38 special for you clever niggas. See, bro, you ain't living down by the street code. Been through all these motions up and down like a seesaw. I can never view you as my equal. Fuck, I wanna hear your CD for. Yeah. Yeah. Look, I'm finna take it there. This time around, I'ma make it clear. Spoke some things into the universe and they appear. I say it's worth it, I won't say it's fair. Find your purpose or you wasting air. Fuck it though, y'all niggas scared. Eyes open, I can see it clear. They don't make them bar none, they don't make them real. They don't make it where I'm from, they don't take it here. They ain't seeing due time, I be making meals. Bossed up in this game, I've been making deals. Put your lawyer on the phone, we can make it real. I got checks and balance, I flex dramatic. Another 50 on my neck, just my reckless habit. Ain't no pussy on my rap, disrespect the savage. I make one phone call and the rest get handled. It's just another front step with candles. Little message from the set, we accept your challenge. Little message from the set. They don't say shit like that where you from. No message from the set. Yeah. I got some info. I got to share it with my team first. KevRow University. I told y'all. Somebody got to explain why we ain't got shit. Got they ass. But we already did it though. That's the cold thing about rowing. You feel me? Sometimes whole 2025, I'm just sitting back, kick my feet up. God say, I got you. Kill the whole 2025. This is a wrap. The whole way. Just put your feet up, work, take your time, be diligent, but just take your time and breathe like Fabulous. Press what? Who was that? James Brown? Shout out to you. Let me see who up in here who learning with Kev Gills today. Let me see who else. Seb Bernardo, what's up, champion? What happened? Let me see. One Mike, what up with you? Taj, KevRow back in effect. They had me on lockdown like this at the YouTube motherfucking precinct. Press one. Elon Musk and them like, bruh. Listen, we understand you on fire like a hot boy, but calm this shit down. They know I'm not. I can't. I got to keep going because it's really, we already did this is what I'm saying. I got some great news for the students only. If you a student, press what? If you in the bungalows, press 2. Be honest. I love everybody the same. I don't got to be mad. I don't got to be, no, bro. Come get this work. That's what it's about. I can get up here and just enjoy the breaking down of what I just received this morning. It's a beautiful, beautiful time to be alive. Um, I told y'all Disney, um, by way of foreign governments, came over here and in Florida destroyed all of the Negro black towns, all of the freedmen towns. Not just there, that was the start of the pillage that went all across America. Press one, this is your war. And the immigration came by way of the American Red Cross, by way of Disney. Your federal government is Disney. But we already proved this, Bocat, so I'll need another song real quick. I would love to sit and go over it again and again and again, and I will. I will, but I want you to know we already did this. So if my trusted advisors in the background at the fraud department in KevRow University secret Illuminati club, perhaps one of y'all can send me the video. If y'all can send me the video of Kev Gills already breaking down their Santos and Disney and all of this stuff. But you know how I tell y'all, tomorrow news today is real. You know, it's only a certain amount of students that's gonna be here. Everybody like when I do the gossip and fraud department. That's cool. That's my playtime. No, no. Finding out why, who, what, where, when, and why we had our classifications changed is hard work. Finding out who is behind it is hard work. Press one, shit hard work. It takes years to compile all of this information. And I don't want people to think because they see me up here having a blast and to take it for granted. So please don't. Enjoy it, but don't take it for granted. Study. Study like Taj and make mistakes until you get it right. It's me. If you're gonna fall forward. Press the button. Fall forward, like my man Taj. Hashtag fall forward. You crack me up, bro. My man Brain. My man, I had to grab him last night. Come here, where you going? That's my dog. He wanders off sometime. You gotta make sure. Can our people do that? I do it. You know, and that's what I do the shows for actually. But Taj just already know it's hilarious to me because I kind of figured this shit out. Like, okay, Taj is gone. Taj need to stay. Oh, I see why teachers back in the day had a switch, a ruler. Pow, stay on track. Press one, hit the desk, not the child. Just pow, hit the desk. Pow, 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 pow. You know, got to make sure you learn correctly so you don't fall off. You know, we rolling backwards looking at the projection forward. Shout out to y'all. But if you want to know what I'm talking about, you know, it's the Disney stronghold and puppet government you call the federal government. This is the greatest time ever because they look at me like I did something, like I'm dismantling a system. No, I'm destroying a system, like I broke it. No, the system, I'm proving that the system was broken from the beginning. Facts. I'm not destroying nothing. I'm proving that it's already destroyed. That's broken. It don't even work. It don't even work. And our government is based on entertainment. We got to understand them. Grid program, the study of science, all of this. Albert Einstein can be Disney. You wouldn't even know. Huntage, tell him. They wouldn't even know. He'll be looking at them like this, and then he'll shrivel up his hair and do it like this. So he'll go from Adolf Hitler to that. They don't give a shit what they do. They just make stuff up. I realize they don't know nothing, and it's just we got to prove them wrong. No, we don't have to prove them wrong. We have to speak the truth. The truth proves them wrong. Now I want to show y'all this. Now I'm looking for somebody of intelligence to call in after I show this video. This is going to be eye-opening to my students. Press one. This is going to be how King Charles got thrown into Disney fight with uh, Florida governor. Now, remember when I said, now, why do Disney have more sovereignty than me? What the fuck is going on in Disney that they would have more sovereignty than me? Can we ask that question? Why does Disney have more sovereignty than the average black man? Y'all remember that question? I know Crystal do. I know Royal Purple do. I know Forrest Glory does. I know Taj remember. Angelina Moore really remembers. Bocat, C. Lewis, Forrest Glory, Tracy. Shout out to y'all. James Moore. Oh, you in you in James Moore in the building. C.J. Smalls. I know Seth Bernardo remembers. He remembers every damn thing. One Mike remembers, bro. Mm, mm. Brian King. If you remember, let me know. Damn. It's 70 something people up there. There should be 70 something ones up in that chat room and 70 something likes. Press what? No, we not. We moving as one unit. We not going no further than everybody getting in their head to press one. We gonna change the world. Don't do bad things and to press one. Facts. Changing the world with one button, like Nan said. One button. Just all you got to do is hit the top of your keyboard. You feel me? There they go. Yeah, they just got to let me get mine here too. They just got to hit the top of the key. You ain't got to do nothing else. Just bow. They hate when we do that. They even tried to take the one button from me. They talking about they made it up a year ago. They thought we was going to cave. Oh, the what? A year ago? To be truthful, the originator of Press One is Google. I took it and made it part of my interaction program. Press One if you understand. I think one is an easy number to push, and it's part of the binary system of alive. If you dead, you press zero, but if you coming alive, you press one. If we in a binary system, right? All right then. I know you alive. You may not be as live as I need you to be or want you to be, but you alive as you need to be. You feel, and that's what really matters. It's greater than me. The fact that you's a zombie and you just like, I'm the scientist that believe, okay, we can work with the zombie. At least he's mobile. At least the fucking zombie can walk around. We'll work with that. Start there. You feel me? Savannah, your main. Shout out to you. Max, what up? Shout out to whole island boys out there in the Caribbean, my friend. Press button. I must visit. This is my Russian. I must visit the Caribbean and see my black people. Press what? Lord have mercy. I just want to give my black people a big hug. We've been through some shit, you know. And then, do y'all remember when we brought up the World's Fair and then we found out Disney was behind it?
Not like this.
Disney behind Tataria.
Not like this.
Disney is behind the whole United States amusement park ran as a mortuary. Press one. What a sad place we live in, man. What a sad, sad place. But I know you remember, so you really gonna understand Royal Purple. If they not a student, you can only fake for so long, like Tupac said. Watch this one.
Year, Disney invoked the King Charles Clause to prevent Ron DeSantis from gaining leverage over the company. But I'm not sure if people fully understand how deep the corruption goes. The story goes back to the 1960s when Walt Disney reached out to Bill Donovan, the founding father of the CIA, to help establish Disney World. Donovan would create fake IDs for Disney agents and
Told you.
run a disinformation campaign
Told you.
to prevent people from knowing which land Disney wanted to buy,
Told you.
which allowed Disney to secure 40 square miles of land for under $200
Told you.
an acre. But in order to gain full control, they had to find a way to limit the voting power of
So what they do?
private residents. So in order to do that, they brought in this guy, Paul Helliwell, who came up with the idea of establishing two phantom cities.
Uh-oh, watch out now. Two what? Sister cities? Phantom cities. Press one. Now watch this.
They would establish the city of Bay Lake, which according to the 2020 census had a population of 29 people,
Told you.
as well as Lake Buena Vista, which only has 24 people, because Disney only allows a small number of hand-selected people friendly to the company to live there. And
Told you.
that small group of people is who votes in the elected officials in charge of the Reedy Creek Improvement District, which is the county in which Disney resides. And those elected officials cede all control of the county to Disney. And that allows Disney to control the district's tax money and get around environmental regulations. And this is why I'm building an alternative to Disney, because the tricks and deceptions.
You can't build an alternative to Disney, sir, but you got the truth, though. You got the truth. Press what? Now, look at that. I'll be damned. There's your phantom ship. This is where all the characters of a presidents from Theodore Taj call in. I know you understand what I'm saying. Taj, you can hype this shit up, Taj. Secret Agent Taj report. Taj, I got another one for you. Watch this one, y'all. This is his shit right here. Listen, he may not know how to code. He may not know a lot. But one thing I do know, Taj know what I'm talking about with rearranging characters. So if he would like to give it a shot, press one, or anybody for that matter, feel free to do so at 424-209-9506. Let me see what that. This shit is so important. I forgot what I was looking for, but damn. Oh, I got another one. I got another one. I got another one. You're gonna enjoy this. I'll wait for the first caller. I'll play another video. Very important that people realize even what we're talking about. If you don't know, that's fine too. I'm not looking for you to know if you don't. This is for the highly gifted in this field. You know. Let me get this video for y'all. We was talking about a puppet government. Don't y'all remember? Ty's probably trying to take a break. Watch this one.
Crown.
What?
Disney. You know what else is under the authority of the Crown?
What?
Disney World in Orlando, Florida. You know what else is under the authority of the Crown?
It's to you. Kev Gills, I got you on me. Yeah, man. Welcome to the U, have a seat. The only professor applying pressure when he teach. Big cloud in these YouTube streets. I cheat like Wiz Khalid. Call it in if you gon' speak. Press 1 when you're checking in. I got the merch, cop a coffee, a kush shirt. Support the brand if you support the man. With the spirit of Steve Coakley, they can't hold me. Back them down and fade away on them like I'm COVID. Only straight shooter on this computer. Who else you know gon' bring it to your real truth? Hallelujah. More haters, more moderators. Get yourself timed out for making outlandish statements. Yeah, ain't no playing. Bungalow 54 is where you go with the herd. I got no patience. Either for God or you love Satan. It's reclassification over entertainment. It's for you. Everybody wanna have a school, but it's for you. Care less what a hater say you do. It's for you.
Busted.
If you don't press 2, it's for you. There's nothing over here but the living truth.
Now watch this one. Magic trick, nigga. Now watch this one. Now watch this one, Candace Owens. Who owns those companies? Who are the robber barons? They're identified. They're identified. Watch this one. Listen again. Students only. Make sure you support this broadcast. Everything changes today. everything. I don't want to know nothing but lawful things.
You know what else is under the authority of the crown?
What?
I
Disney
know it.
World in Orlando, Florida.
I can't play
You
this
know what
again.
else is under the authority of the crown?
What?
I
Disney
know it.
World in Orlando,
So
Florida.
who did this to you? Do you know what MK mind control is? Mickey Mouse head. Press one. Do you know you in the goddamn? Listen, you in the most educated university ever created on earth. KevRow University. Pay your dues. Hey, listen, I'm getting a special crest made for all of my students. It's gonna be special, but I have to take my safety legal precautions first. Press one. I have to take my safety legal precautions first. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm also. They say, Kev, you on some Harry Potter shit. Yeah, that's right. I'm on some Harry Potter shit. You gotta be alumni here. You gotta be alumni. Ain't no faking it no more. You people that students stay right where you are. Don't move. Y'all been walking with
Unknown
Kev
caller.
this whole time. It's time to get back. You feel me? It's time to get back. Even myself, I've been down a little bit. I've been frustrated a lot trying to get the right approach to my people and how to get more of variants of us into class and, working with my team. I think that we're onto something great. Taj, what up with you, champion? Talk to me.
Peace, Kev. Peace
Yeah.
to the chat, bro.
What up?
Hey, yeah, man. Like I heard a name in there, and man, did you know who Paul Hellawell is?
Sir, all I know is Disney, Florida, pupper government,
Shut. Yeah,
nigga,
that's what I'm talking about.
and
That's where I'm going.
And actors. You know,
Yeah,
Go ahead.
actors of the CIA.
go ahead.
They actors of the CIA. Yeah. Paul Hellawell was the guy that's also responsible for Operation Gladio, which is like Operation Werewolf, where like the CIA brought in people from other countries. Like
Well, I
they
told you
plant
that's the
people
OSS.
from other countries.
I know. What you talking about? That's the
Yeah.
Red Cross.
Yes, sir.
They did it all way
yes,
by
sir.
way of humanitarian efforts. It's not the CIA. It was the OSS Nazis. I was right.
Indeed. Indeed.
I'm really on fire. Go ahead, King.
Right. Yeah, you super right. They thing just expanded from that 40 square miles that they bought, and they just expanded that thing and took over literally the whole world, the whole United States, definitely, but the whole world.
Well, the world is what they already had. Ain't nothing in the world but deceit. See, the real wheat and minerals is in America. And the thing was to take over the estate completely imposed as Brits and British and people of royal descent after the destruction and annihilation of the freedmen, the sovereigns, and the people of this nation, the original people that are called black in law, because those who made us black is a foreign nation who took over our trust, who took over our laws and took over when we was in a dire situation, floods. Remember? Who put
Yes, sir.
Woodrow Wilson?
Yes, sir.
Harry S. Truman put us in these internment camps. The trust buster did what?
Right. He busted the trust, put us in the contraband camps. Them contraband camps.
That's the Holocaust.
mentioned.
That's the Holocaust.
Yes, sir.
That's the real
Taking the name
Holocaust.
and getting everybody that remained.
Yes.
They got all their information.
That's
they took
the
the
real
names.
Holocaust. They took
Indeed.
everything. They names, clothes, shoes,
Everything.
everything. Homes,
And
raided
and
their
even
homes. Yes. Put them all on trains. Hands up. Don't shoot. It's real.
total destruction.
And Disney, the multinational corporation owned by who and what? I told you that's hell on earth. That's a real kingdom. You feel me, Taj?
I feel you. Kingdom of Prometheus.
Go ahead,
The
King.
king. It's a total projection. Everything is
Inverted.
is flipped. Yeah, everything is flipped.
Yes.
And instead of us being mind on God and following what he laid out, and like everything that they're doing is blasphemous and it's taken away from, like,
We know what they're doing. We know what it's taken away from. What I want, how does the 50 corporations, this is Leviathan, all the corporations are ran through Disney. This is the whole infiltration. From fake documents, from Nazis and communists becoming citizens and white, and our people becoming black in law. A puppet
Zeros.
government put over the people by way of entertainment. Mickey Mouse is your king. The Rat King. There you go. The Rat Kingdom. Check him out, Mr. Success Builder. What is the Rat Kingdom? You're taking too long, Taj. Gotta go. You just bullshit.
All
Taj, taking too long. What is the Rat Kingdom? No, I'm not here to waste no time. I'm on a whole different level. I'm not even in my life plan. I'm on a whole nother level. What is the Rat Kingdom? You dealing with all actors. That's why Grover Cleveland gave the money to J.P. Morgan. What's the name? Is the Trust Buster, because it's all the same thing. Then they formulated a false sense of war with Stalin, who looks just like J.P. Morgan, Sr. or Jr., doesn't matter. Who then looks like Teddy Roosevelt, who then looks like Albert Einstein and Hitler and all of this shit going on. It looks like was a major cast, a major deception by Walt Disney, what you call Walt Disney. Damn. I'm out of here. All my work is proven. And not just, I don't care about the Gene Deal and fall and hip hop murder. That's fun. That's fun for me. Because all of them out there stuck. The main thing is grid and who was controlling our lives. Who was doing this to us? Where the deception came from? Where our people was caught up in? Who destroyed our sovereign nation?
You know what else is under the authority of the crown?
What?
Disney World in Orlando, Florida.
What does that mean? How?
Ron DeSantis, it was a couple months back, was trying to take away their self-governing, because Disney has always been like a self-governing entity.
It's kind of like Washington, D.C., self-governance. This is self-governance. You're supposed to have self-governance. From Martin Luther King to Malcolm X to all of the great blacks of the past, what? Self-governance. You telling me Muppets can have self-government on your land? This is a whole corporation. This is illegal. And that's why they had to do it. They made all of those people like they were private citizens and surveyors trying to buy land. But in real life, it's illegal. It was a foreign nation, a foreign entity, foreign banks. It's an ideological subversion of the whole nation. You still in the World's Fair. It is your government. And that's dead. Y'all are weirdos.
Within Florida, so they don't pay taxes.
They don't pay taxes or nothing.
That major businesses and do stuff. Like, they start getting into politics.
This is the shadow government. It's a puppet. What did he call it? Phantom.
Disney was
Exactly.
like, he's like, if you're going to get into politics, let's get
Let's
into
play
politics. But Ron DeSantis lost that battle because it came out. Disney's like, hey, why don't you just read this piece of paper that we have? We are under the royal family clause, which
Told you. And as long as
basically means
and
clause.
what that mean is, nigga,
which basically means Disney World within Florida is technically owned by the royal family
Told you.
of England.
Told you.
Ow.
They did some sort
Because they stole the crown and they made a puppet government, and George Washington Gillespie is the king. That's why. That's why. And I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't care about what you thought. I don't care about your religion. I don't care about nothing. I'm a man of the right republic. So you can kiss my motherfucking ass. And whatever you thought about me, I'm here to help. This is reclassification into what? I told y'all the Magna Carta. They started amending laws to change. Never mind. Y'all been living in a dream world, Neo. Huh, Roderick? Talk to me, Roderick. Huh, Roderick? Roderick, no. Watch. If this white person know, you should know.
of exchange.
They would have had to have like given the land
Yeah.
to the crown, and now it's protected.
They basically said Disney is the corporate owner of this land.
Told you. Told you. I told you. My job is done. Now I can just teach and have fun. I told you.
Yeah.
But the royal family owns this land. The U.S. cannot tax what is the royal family.
Why do they?
Told you. And you're the royal. You're part of the royal family. You're God's family. You're the family of George. You're Adam's family. That's you. That's not real.
They own U.S. land.
What's the Florida version of the Boston Tea Party?
We go to Epcot and
Told you. Look.
we just trash the U.K. part.
No one touched Germany.
You know what else is?
Told you. And it's what? What did he say? Never touch Germany. I told you. I've done a great job. People who left the road and y'all enjoy. I've done great. Now it's time to move forward. This is real. There's your facts for your ass. Shout out to Ali Ware for that $5 contribution to this program. Tracy Wilson, shout out to you. Chris Cook, shout out to you. Blessings to you three people in the row who support this broadcast. You know, got to make sure they sponsor this program. Apologies. So that's Under the Crown. They own the federal, okay? Y'all religion too.
Charles clause to prevent Ron DeSantis from gaining leverage over the company. But I'm not sure if people fully understand how deep the corruption goes. The story goes back to the 1960s when Walt Disney reached out to Bill Donovan, the founding father of the CIA, to help establish Disney World. Donovan would create fake IDs for Disney agents and run a disinformation campaign.
You see that? Fake IDs. And didn't I bring up how the Red Cross was using fake IDs to bring, we'll get to it. Coffee and Kush TV, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Peace, Todd. Peace, Kev. It's Taj calling from Atlanta, bro.
Taj, what up, man?
Nah, man. I was just calling in, bro. You called me in the midst of something earlier, man. But, man, bro, everything you saying is true, bro. Like, and it's like I see it. Like how they really took everything, like the whole identity switch. And by looking back on like the history of the people of this land, and people were granted land from the king, and it was under a feudal system. And the king had his family all over this country.
Yes.
And they were barons and dukes.
Yes.
And
Stewards.
There was estates.
Yes.
Yes, they were stewards of the land.
Yeah. And ministers of the estate.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So it's like I really didn't understand when I brought up the doom. I don't know if you remember when I brought up like the Doomsday Book.
Okay.
And the return of the owners of the land.
Uh-huh.
And it had like, it was almost like when the people were put on the documentation. It was like when the people went through a census. They pretty much went through a census of the land. And at that time, like, and that was 1873, they were saying that the people that were under the king that owned land, pretty much the king's family, at that point, they knew they were about to go into some type of captivity, like in scripture in Jeremiah. And then from that point, it's like when you taught us in class 25 years later, you had the Wilmington coup. It was like an ongoing war. It's like a great war. And then it's like you showed us, like Disney laid out like World War I and World War II and said that these things was happening at a different time in a different space.
Right.
But
that's where the signs come from. Say it again. A different what?
A different time and a different space.
Okay, they had to exist in time immemorial. They split the atom in the mind. You see, they start compartmentalizing history and start building it from a specific point that wasn't real. Creating alternate timelines, like in Loki, remember we were talking about?
Indeed.
So
indeed.
all the children of these false senses of timelines and wars have different understanding of history because they've been manipulated. They're in false senses of timeline because if they knew the truth, that their families took part in the worst massacre on earth ever. And it dealt with the freemans and the king and all of that and the true law. And they'll, just like scripture, they'll be appalled. They're going to be ashamed. There's no if and or buts. It's coming. Go ahead.
Indeed. The truth is being revealed. But bro, you showed me and everybody that's been walking this whole time, bro, it was genocide to the highest magnitude,
those bodies and bones
in
they were standing
identity
on?
fraud.
You seen all those bodies they were standing on?
Right, and then that island turned into the Diamond District.
Right, but you need a great deception to hide the Black Holocaust. You understand? Down to a T. Universe 25 is Disney. That's why they know atom. That's why they know the particle and the atom and the science of it. I'm not here to play the science of the allegory. Let's play the science of the law. See, when you get caught up in the science of the allegory and you let them create Disney theatric according to history, you got a Donald Duck mentality when they're thinking about history and Hitler and what that even is. Your whole conception of history is off if they raised you this way. You know.
Indeed, educated you by way of the Rockefeller Foundation.
Facts.
Yeah.
They gotta
incentivize you to go ahead. My bad.
They gotta raise you, like you said.
The last thing they want is for you to understand where you came from, truly came from, and what was truly taken, what obstacles they put inside of your life. Like you remember the TC 2000 chick was talking about, she put obstacles in front of her son. So he running, you know what I mean? wanting to see him fail, wanting to see him go through things.
Well,
So
it's really just to keep
but-
you submerged under false senses of law. Fuck her.
Right.
Fuck with her. Man,
Right
I'm talking
on.
about her. It's to keep you submerged under false senses of law. You see how the person is in there talking about
Right.
infinite energy? I'm not here to daydream with these people. We're not here to daydream. This is about the law. And the amended law, and the Magna Carta, and the Republic, and the King, and the heirship, and the beneficiaries, and the trust. Well, breaking that down is going to take some hard work and dedication, like Nipsey say. I'm not here to fantasize. I'm not here to live in 3D movies. They had us in that. Coming out of death is going to take hard work to keep our minds off of the cartoon. Their science is the cartoon. How you going to prove it, the cartoon in science? Because of cartoons in Disney, you believe in NASA. Because of cartoons in Disney, you believe they went to the moon. But when you go back to when they said they went to the moon, the technology ain't even there. This is cardboard and paperwork and paper and strings and shit. Time to tell the truth.
right.
Get our minds
Right.
out the clouds, out the cartoon, and get back to the law. Go ahead.
Indeed. And yeah, the law is what's gonna set the people free. It's all about
Taj, you I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. But don't do that in my class. I don't know what you're doing. But don't do that in my class. This is not that hard. You've been talking that way and struggling at this basic shit for years. If you ain't got it together now, don't do it.
Under the authority of the crown.
This is how you do it. Okay? Look,
Disney World.
this ain't that hard.
Oh, what
Listen.
else is under the authority of the crown?
What?
Disney World in Orlando, Florida.
What does that mean? How?
Ron DeSantis, it was a couple months back, was trying to take away their self-governing because Disney has always been like a self-governing
Yeah.
entity within Florida, so they don't pay taxes, the taxes that major businesses and do stuff. Like they started getting into politics. Disney was like, he's
Yeah.
like, if you're going to get into politics, let's get
Let's
into
play
politics.
politics.
But Ron DeSantis lost that battle because it came out. Disney's like, hey, why don't you just read this piece of paper that we have? We are under the royal family clause.
Okay. This is what needs to be focused on. You see, he got the same thing as the Pope. Okay, your religion is ran by Disney. Your science is ran by the study of the religion that's ran by Disney. All of this puppet government and puppet religion and synthetic reality is under the crown corporately. So it's an inverted perception of reality. Disney is the kingdom of hell on earth, upright. Satan's kingdom of deception, a strong delusion that the Bible talks about. The whole world would be deceived. That Disney would do that. Iron Man head ass. Don't act like this ain't real. Wakanda head ass, don't Disney. Disney gave you Sputnik. Disney gave you War of the Worlds, where they made it look like aliens was attacking the world when really they were just destroying black people. And they are the aliens that the Magna Carta is talking about, that the founding fathers was talking about. Don't let the alien, your land is not to be alienated. The corporate banks by way of Disney came over here and set this shit up. And that's who teaches you. Stop playing the Illuminati games. Stop playing the ghost story. Okay? The Scooby-Doo has to come to an end. At the point of time in the theater of it all, the credits begin to roll, nigga. And you got to make sense of these characters. This is a cast and crew. These are the kings and queens of your Freemasonic. This is what you pledge to. The beast. When you're supposed to keep your oath to God and the king. I will never be part of a religion that this fool is a part of, that's incorporated. Why? Because it's dead. That's why. This is your problem right here. How you gonna say y'all don't bow to no king, but you go to Disney World and spend your crypto bucks for whopper dollars? Where's one? Who bought up all the land? The Catholic Church and the Rockefeller. You looking at a damn Rockefeller. Look at him. Nigga ain't look like he need a bag of 500 milligrams of organic blood right now. Where they at? Ain't, you know what's in that ball? Blood. He take the top off and just drink it. Press 1. So this is y'all king. This is why all y'all glamorize off of Diana, the queen, and this guy, and the crown, and this, and what the value of that is. Halloween costume. Puppet government. These are the ones who set the amendments according to the corporation. Nothing more than policies. You need to go to the Supreme Court. Kev don't found the portal. Press 1. I told you. I'm not just telling you. Ain't nobody gonna put me on GQ magazine and say this guy right here. You gotta do it. AB, they say, Kev, you ain't gotta say, Kev taught me this. Like you do. Kev taught me this. The whole system, puppet government. So when y'all sing, God bless America, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right. Who the man who died if it was all cartoon? You died. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. Press 1. No, put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the Nazi Aryan Party of Euro Nation and foreign bankers and the United States by way of the United States of America Incorporated by way of Disney. Press 1. And to the republics for which we destroyed and stand on, one nation. We are under God, not with or wrong, we're indivisible, with liberty and justice for everybody that's not Negroes. Period. Aryan power. The king of the dead. That's right. That's right. No, but that's they alive, so they the king of the living. I'll be the king of the dead. Let's do it like that one. And we're gonna raise the dead. We're gonna raise their consciousness up to know this law. I'm the first of the dead to come alive, you dummy. Oh no. Right here. The dead man. Press 1. Then come alive, goddammit. I was once, but this is the true king. This is the true dead. This is the true black. Remember? Stolen crown, gold, jewels. Yeah, but that's not nothing to worry about, Royal Purple. It's only stolen in your brain. That stuff ain't real. Those stones probably made out of niggas. Press 1. But it's not real. They money wasn't never real. They financial backing wasn't never real. They belief system ain't real. They God is dead. It's not real. It's a bunch of fairy tale. I don't care what you call it. It's a fairy tale. They scrabbled on the wall and made Egypt. They did all this. That's why none of that shit was found until they found it. That's them. Press 1 in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. Who you think doing that? Them right there. Knock it off. You not no Egyptian. They made that up. You not that one? They made that up. That's a corporate entity. You are the jewels. Press one. Well, that's why you the crown jewels. You get it? Because you are made of the stones that they wear. This really skulls and bones. I'm trying to tell you. You live in a mortuary. They ain't kings or nothing. One of them old horror movies where they just running around, just they live in it. Remember that movie They Live? For real. You got to put your gills goggles on. If you don't got gills goggles and a gills heart, you ain't going to be able to see. You need your own ears, though. You need your own ears because I'm not, at some point in time, you got to learn how to speak for yourself. I'm going to ride on them. Boom. Every day. And I'm proving my point. 424-209, it's not that hard. This is not our moment. This is what it is. Don't call in like Taj, yeah, and then they want us to, and then yeah, they just keep hammering us with hell no. Tell me what you see here. How are we gonna defeat this Cobra? Tracy say monopoly money. That's right. That's why it's called the American Dream. Because you got to be asleep to believe the shit. Press one. You shout out George Carlin. That's why they call it the American Dream. Because you got to be asleep to believe it. I mean, all of y'all is asleep. The crown, all of it. It's really about the names in the book. That's why God said, if you call by my name and other things like died for my name's sake. This is about names, buddy. And the name. That's what this is about. So no, I'm not here to play with you. I'm here to build something great. And I'm already working on it. So no, I don't need it. No, I'm already working on it. Everybody's in position that's supposed to be. They just held it down. It was there. It was supposed to. The thing I got left is like pressing one. This is a great time to be alive to know that Disney. Hold up. Let me see if anybody sent me these videos. Disney, I think we did these videos years ago. Years ago. 424-209-9506. Yeah, I'm out the dream world. Y'all can have it. If you are to be redeemed, you must understand this. Waking up and things of that nature is a choice. It's a choice. Disney is a Disney got to come down. It's a phantom ship. This is how they're laundering and immigrants and all the missing children. It's new children, and this is how it works. Disney is connected to the false crown, the corporate crown. Coffee and Kush, the corporate crown. Are we understanding? Where's class? Where's the class? Who is this? You gotta go. I figured you would run out. Gotta go. It's a requirement. Where the callers at? 424-209-9506. Talk to me. Talk to me. Yeah, I need my program to run smooth. I need my class engaged. If you're not going to be engaged, what's your name? Winky Wright? Oh, you're not engaged? Yeah, new students ain't even. This is KevRow University. This is my real page. Yeah, you can't even be over here unless you really just. You can't even be over here talking if you're not a student of mine. So that's this program. Sorry for your luck. This is just real. I'm not doing it over here. This is my sweetheart class right here. That's where all the missing children went to. Man, man, man. Y'all better get y'all shit together. Y'all better get y'all shit together. Let me make a call. Let me see. Let me see. Y'all better get y'all shit together.
From Florida.
Deborah from Florida, talk to me.
Yes, sir. This is Deborah from Florida.
What's going on, Deborah from Florida?
The realization that we are under Mort Maine, which is in dead hands, brought on by the Catholic Church and the Nazi overthrow of your people, using OSS, which was a British invasion, when they stole St. George's Cross and put it on the Red Cross Corporation.
Yes.
They put your people in peril,
Yes.
killed them, stole their babies, stole their names,
Yes.
and wrapped it up into a white flag and said, you surrender or die.
Yes.
You come underneath the corporation or you will not work, you will not advance in life, and the only way out is for the king to rise again, for the king to be named. The crown descends on him. It isn't a doing, it's a knowing.
That's right. Say it again. It's not a doing, it's a knowing.
It's a knowing. And to keep it holy, I must keep myself clean for the day when he comes and he's here. And the only way I can do is let people hear. I speak on it, I speak on you, I speak on knowing that John 16 is true. There's no other way than to see that the crown descends on the heir whose name is in the book of life.
That's
And
right.
who opens the scrolls and shows that the Doomsday Book is a list of what they stole. It's right there. The Sphinx holding his hand over the names, the dead souls, the bones being held captive are the jewels of God.
That's right.
These bones will rise because Kevin Brian Gillespie is here. And I hear you, sir, and I just wanted to make sure you can hear my voice.
I can.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. What a beautiful
The
time.
red,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, sir. The Red Cross is the cross of St. George.
You know it.
This
That's
is,
the true
this
cross.
is, yes, sir. This
Yes.
is the stolen baby,
That's right.
and I know it.
You
I'm
don't.
not worthy.
You know it. You sure you know it?
I know it.
Hmm.
I'm not worthy. I'm gracefully allowed to live, to speak one day at a time. One piece of information that comes across my mind, but it's only through my heart can I start to change my own life, to make me become somebody who can stand up and speak the word of God, knowing that it's all about the law and they stole God's people. They're holding the jewels captive. Sir,
You've been
thank you, sir.
you've been before you go. You've been an older woman
Yes,
and born in a time
yes, sir.
that's before a lot of our time.
Yes, sir.
We talked about Cabbage Patch children. We talked about
Yes, sir.
so much. And then we talked about this for sure. And you being in Florida, you know a lot
Yes,
about
sir.
history and things of that nature and what happened to our people down there and the buying up
Yes,
of this land. Could you speak on that a little bit about the buying up of how Disney kind of stole the land and
yes,
all those people was slaughtered down there? Go ahead.
yes, sir. They brought them into internment camps through flood, mosquitoes. They used these words saying that this was the decimation of the people and we must save them.
Yes.
And they did not save them. They stole the titles, the deeds to their lands through land incorporations. This one right here is called Lake Tropicana Ranchettes, and underneath us, the land is the name of what they didn't steal. The remnants are still here. The names of the streets are still around, but you have to go way back because they were royal towns. The names of the streets still recognize the holiness of the land.
That's right.
They put them in internment camps, called them vagrancy camps,
Yes.
contraband camps.
Yes.
This is not Civil War crap. That's all Disney. That's all Storyland
Civil War
about
and
the
all
Civil
of this
War.
is Disney propaganda. The real story
Mhm.
is the vagrancy camps and the destruction of their lands, the slaughtering, the gathering. How they did this was truly demonic. Go ahead, Deb.
Yes, sir. To round them up. And we know the names of the towns as Rosewood and Ocoee,
Yes.
but as Catherine Gillespie has taught us, it is under every town. It is under every square foot of land we
Yes.
walk upon.
Yes.
There's not a non-sovereign inch of dirt down here.
That's right.
And they started it in Chicago. They started it in New York. This was the Negro Exposition. They just come up with a name for it when they got in Florida. They started this stuff way before, but it morphed into using different words for it, like contraband camp and vagrancy camp, work camp. Now we call it prison. Now we call it prison. And your
Wow.
brothers are going to be free because you're here indeed. You are here. It's not
You know they're gonna be
away
free.
from you.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir. I get a little excited about it, because I feel hampered that I can't do anything towards it, towards their redemption. Through my wife
You doing
has
enough,
skin
Deb.
bothers me.
You doing enough. Testimony is great.
Yes, sir.
You
And
make
this is what I know that when I speak on the cross of St. George and I look at St. Kevin and I see that you gently held us in your hands and walked us into promised land, knowing that everybody can go that believes, but you must know the law and see the dirty deeds that were done to your people, through my lineage of white bag of skin, a name that was given once again to the Cabbage Patch Babies,
that's right.
to the invaders,
They will
to
have
the
the
miners.
inheritance of the king.
Yes, sir. As long as they'll do that paperwork.
And do that Mickey Mouse
Continue.
part of the 39 club, 36, 33 club, and now you a citizen.
Yes, through civil law,
Through civil
through
law.
maritime law.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Under the Dead Sea, under the sea.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
so many Disney movies say it, starting with Fantasia, using the magician's gifts, but not really knowing how to use them. All of the Disney movies say it. They all have some kind of brainwashing thing that takes you away from the reality of there is a king. There is a king, not a fantasy with a crown. Not that thing on the screen, sir.
Oh my goodness.
but I'm learning my place in the world, and this ain't it. The land of Satan ain't my place. It's where they raised me and created me from a baby to be something that would fit the invader's idea, to replace the idea of an airship.
Yes, ma'am.
There is no lineage through Titus 3:9 in 1 Timothy 4:1-4. When we look at the genealogies, we get confused sometimes, like with the Hebrew Israelites. It's a knowing. It's a knowing in the heart. We can't get stripped up on it, but you're the king's people. I'll be the slave. I'll be the one that comes and tries to repay in some awesome way, because I'm the only one that is me. I'm the only one that can do my job.
I hear that.
So
As always, you
I'm
gotta
gonna go
be
burn
of
my
some
life.
service.
Yes, sir. I must be of service, or I'm not going to be here on this earth anymore. I must have a motivation of knowing
That's
that
right.
my fellow man has a nation, and that nation will rise. It will rise, and it will spit in my earthly father's eyes for his lies, sir. For his lies.
I admire you, Deb. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I'll go back and take care of myself. Thank you.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
Deb, go back and take care of yourself. See, Deb understands. She comes from a time Deb can't understand her history correctly because things are missing, like ours. We're pretending we understand our history without knowing what you went through. You don't understand where you are right now and why you are and why you believe the things that and why you react towards one another that way. I'm just a person that tries to study that. It's tough because I have a personal life and things become conflictive and I have to try to play alchemist and figure things out. Then I realize, wait a minute, these ain't even problems. Ah, but for his glory says of service. Yeah, you got to be of service. We just read Philippians yesterday. I think that was Taj of how God will come in the see. People don't even know. They think they going somewhere. Is that God will come as a man. Nah, that's where redemption comes. He will be born as a man. I don't know why your religious teachers won't teach you that, but that's not my problem, though. With the false senses of history, Deb understands that. From World War One to Great War and all of that, and people living in those timelines, like the movie Loki said, if the truth hit, and if the timeline was to remain original and true, then are sacred, they wouldn't exist because the law is the law. KevRow University. I hope y'all learned something today. I'm gonna try to give y'all an hour and a half daily, depending on who call and stuff. But I got a lot of things to work on personally, like my production company, and production company, and my brand, my merch, and myself. So I need a lot of time. I'm doing a lot of things as of right now, and I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. I haven't even eaten yet, and it's already noon in some places of America, and I'm like, man, I'm so hungry. So, Coffee and KevRow University, great day at the university. Great way to stay on course and talk about one thing. Okay, how we ain't got shit, and how our sovereignty was given to Mickey Mouse. KevRow University. I'll catch up with you. In the meantime, go over to KevRow University Live. Join that Coffee and Kush Conspiracy Night once again right here at the Row. And as always, family, I'll holla.